soon.
Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Quests in Chaos. No, you guys aren't visible yet.
Okay, I'm not going to wave yet.
I'm your GM for the evening, Tiana Hansen, and now everyone's visible because, you know, why let a good joke go to waste? Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to December at Quests in Chaos. We're heading into the festive season. We just finished Hanukkah, I believe. I think that was the.
Why does everyone look at me?
It's a festival of lights, Tiana.
I love Christmas!
because you're the one here who should know when that ended.
I believe tonight is the last night. Please don't quote me, because I have.
No, tonight is the last night of Hanukkah.
There we go. Thank you.
I have a Christmas tree up.
Yes, I saw it. It's wonderfully
a
cat
unique
proof.
one.
It's
I like
here.
it.
I got some inspiration.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it.
It's LEDs.
It's LEDs on the wall in the shape of a Christmas tree.
Oh, I did see
I
that.
actually,
Yes, I did see
it comes from being a 6th grade teacher. I used to do that every year with green construction paper.
There you go. There you go. But yes, welcome everyone to December at Quests in Chaos. So we're gonna run through some announcements real quick before we
Reading
jump.
the chat's terrible.
I know.
Smogatora is too much.
Stop reading the chat.
No, never
I-
stop reading the chat. Thank you, Tamagotora.
Yes, thank you. We love it.
Never mind.
I'll tell you later.
I don't look at the chat.
Thanks.
James is like,
Like, which one is it?
oh, that is funny.
Oh, I see. We have begun as we mean to go on. I'm currently on a week of bad sleep and a weekend of con. Let's do this. So, first of all, before the stream started, we were at 52% of our tavern upkeep for the month. Thank you all very much. This is thanks to the YouTube ads from people who watch it with the ad blocker off. We appreciate you. This is also from our Patreon, and it's from all of our subscribers and any of the bits that came in on Saturday for you folks on Infrost Maiden.
And illicit drug sales in Colombia.
We would
Mostly those.
We would be significantly over 52%.
Exactly, yeah.
I didn't say we were good at money laundering.
Yes, we would very much like to hit the 100% mark. You all can help us by being a patron of ours on patreon.com/questsandchaos or by donating bits or being a subscriber on Twitch. Watch YouTube and leave your ads on if you would be so kind, or watch with YouTube Premium because that also counts for us, and then you aren't bothered with ads. Everyone wins in that case. If we do hit 100% for the month, we are going to be doing a D&D 5e book giveaway, which exciting. We're gonna quick moment to thank our stop. Quick moment to thank our friends of the show. First and foremost, of course, always Birds of Paradise. Our lovely Andrea of the Burbs is always a very dear friend of the show, wonderful member of the community, and we love her dice. We roll them here pretty often. I'm watching. There's like 3 players here who are mostly using those. I see the pretty magpie over there. If you want to get in on some of that dice goodness, go to her website, which is birdsofparadise.com. No weird HTML thing in this one. That's next.
Or slash.
Slash is a different website.
It's just an entire subgenre.
Dice
of
slash.
AO3.
And
You
then
know-
the D12 went where it shouldn't.
You know, don't tempt the internet, my friend.
It's already
Someone would do it.
This is why we need the pre-show to get the banter done with.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. We have a new emote. Let me post that.
Oh, that's right, the banter.
Banter.
And banter.
Oh, is that the hand signal? I thought it was this.
Banter. Roleplay. Banter.
Yeah, roleplay is the...
Oh no, it's the TikTok thing.
Oh,
don't know what that
I was going to say, I feel like I need to call Matt
where
now and be
exits
like,
are.
how badly are we butchering ASL right now? Because I used to know these words. Anyway,
yes, if you want to get in on some of that dicey goodness, it is Birds of Paradise, spelled DICE.com, and then use our code Chaotic at checkout for 15% off, which will just about cover shipping with how things are going. Speaking of, get your. I will speak for Andrea here. If you haven't already shipped things out, it probably won't get there before Christmas. So everything is backed up right now. It's just the way it goes.
celebrate
Tell me about
Epiphany.
A lot of gift cards for Christmas.
God. Oh, you're You know what? You're not better than
Place your bets now for how long before he gets up from his chair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now 7:49. Let's see what happens.
7:49.
I'm gonna take the under.
Oh, okay. We playing Price is Right. Price is Right. Okay.
Delta Green rules.
There we go.
Who are our other sponsors?
Another wonderful friend of the show, thank you, Alondra, is Nord
Segue.
Games, which is nordgamesllc.com/3.html. There it is. Thank you. If you go and check them out, they make wonderful gaming supplements. Mostly, they're system agnostic, but a lot of people use them for D&D. I happen to know that they're working on another really cool project at the moment because I'm in a Discord server with Andrew, and he talks about it a lot. They do spectacular settlements. They have bestiaries of all varieties. They have they source those condition markers that we use here that I don't see within reach.
Don't make me get up.
We have some.
Come on,
we
go
have
get
some
them.
neighbors.
Yep,
Go
you have to
get
find
them.
out where they are.
Nope, we don't know where they are. They are dead.
They're over there. Go look.
They are dead to us. We can't find them right now. It's fine.
See if you can find Francois over there.
There probably isn't going to be combat tonight
It's in your
anyway.
bin.
You can say that now.
I say that now,
No,
knowing that
you're
I probably
jinxing
just
us,
jinxed
yeah.
it real bad.
Tonight is the party conflict. We're gonna.
You know?
I mean, round 4. I think.
Total party conflict.
Ooh, I like that.
T-shirt list.
Yeah.
But yes, check out Nord Games. They do some fantastic stuff. If you use the code if you use the URL that I said, and I'm not going to say again, and then you use our code chaotic20 at checkout, we get a bit of a kickback. So you get 20% off of your order. You're supporting a really amazing company, and you are giving us a bit of a kickback. Everyone wins. So I forgot that I have the clicker. Haha.
Power.
So much power.
We have to watch her shows.
I'm sorry, but I mean, you're in my shows, so
There's only so many times you can watch Transformers 4.
What?
that's not a show. That's an abomination.
Maybe the original Transformers movie.
Perhaps.
Orson Welles.
His best work.
Speaking of our Patreon members get to award us cards from the Deck of Inspiration created by Thomas Cook. Look how pretty these are. I
I
am
have one myself.
delighted by these.
For characters levels 1 through 4.
We promise
Wait,
we
this
won't
is for
crack
D&D. I
open
don't want
our
that.
own.
That was why you
It's
didn't
any
get one.
5e.
Oh, well, I don't want that.
Plus, this is homework because you need to playtest these. See how they go.
Well,
Okay.
there's that. I will be
With
using.
what game?
Your home game, James.
I don't play a home game.
Would you like to change that? I've got a
Solitaire.
3-week game coming up.
Ooh. All right. Well, but because it is a brand new month, we've got cards that our wonderful patrons have given us. So first and foremost, Squeal the Bard has donated 2 Change of Fate cards.
Yeah,
Let's
probably
see.
need that.
Yeah, I feel like those are going to be necessary.
Since we all have our own decks, we can just like put a couple up our
That's
sleeves.
what I was saying.
I will.
How many aces do we have?
Wait, I'm going to need everyone's Dangerous Oil card.
That's true.
You know,
Do have to surrender all dangerous oil stuff, right?
that is just kind of a thing.
So that's just advantage on a skill, attack, or saving throw.
Yes, and then Jen W sent in boosted adrenaline for y'all.
Love that one.
What does that one do?
Good. Adrenaline surges through you, having damage from damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical and magical attacks for 1 attack.
And then we have from Duke Fleeg 1 Emergency Seal, 1 Tonic of Owl's Wisdom, and 1 Quicker Thinking.
Got better. No, that one's still dead.
And
Here.
we used that emergency seal on Saturday, so I'm glad we have it now. These are very handy.
Use it on Lester.
It has to fit in
His mouth.
Fair point.
I was going to make a comment, and I'm going to refrain.
Yeah,
It's a
there's
little
a-
early.
Is it?
Yeah, I have to wait until Thomas gets up and runs around.
That works.
I've got 33 minutes.
All right, let's move on to the bits swiftly. There it is. 500 bits from Spotted Theo. There's no specification, so therefore it goes to the players.
Yay.
Whoa, spotted Theo.
Right in your
One of our
hands.
fabulous Patreon members.
Right in your
Yay.
hands.
500 bits from Pixel Rose. No specifications, so it's for you guys.
Speaking of which, if you are a Patreon member and you have not replied to the message with your address to get yours one of these, well, then you're not a 6-month subscriber. But soon you will be.
God.
If you.
So work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Stick
you,
around. You will get one.
these are going to go out to all of our anyone who's been here 6 months plus, and we'll do that going forward as well. The playtest deck where we make you do homework.
We appreciate you helping us
You
out.
get to be one of the first people to try.
But any Patreon.
He's not marketing this.
You too can have this level of chaos and insanity in your own game.
A dangerous oil for everybody.
Yes.
Yikes.
And
Or
if you
some
want
basic
to
quick
call it
thinking.
tonic of charm, you can just write it in with a Sharpie. I will never know, and I will not come to your house and destroy you on account of it.
She might.
She might. But apparently the 500 bits for Sabachthani for her extra snarkiness.
Oh,
Dear.
perfect.
This should be fun. 500 bits from Tamako Tora to see the goose rise again. I think that's for me. Don't worry, there's plans. And then 500 bits from Tamako Tora to see irresponsibility in the Shadowfell.
Got you.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's
You
any
literally
one of
get
us.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that goes to
Literally
everybody.
all of you at this
That's
point.
conditional to the first person
100
to
bits
do
for
it.
everyone.
And then 1,000 bits from Duke Fleeg for the players.
Yay.
I made eye contact. This is not my fault.
You know, we've been off for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's-
Hey.
Opa.
You look it in.
You look into each other's eyes, make the eye contact, and then you do the throw. Or so I keep
Quick
being told.
thinking is starting to hit you.
Did you already take the boosted
It was
adrenaline?
quicker thinking.
Just,
The pre-show is to get the boosted adrenaline out.
but, and this is why we
Yeah.
need to do it.
Glad I
Clearly.
switched to decaf. Dang, y'all.
Yeah,
I got decaf water right here.
I have non-decaf because I have a headache. I need the caffeine. So before we go and explore the Shadowfell, I need to do something.
Oh,
Ooh, one of us is getting kicked off the island.
All right.
Did we not tell you that it was council night?
Ah.
Where's your tiki torches?
All right. So with that out of the way, let's go explore. Let's go explore the
I'd like him.
Shadowfell.
See if I can set him on fire here.
No.
And welcome back, everyone. We were discussing the uses of decks of inspiration in your home game. So yes, we'll see.
Kindling.
Remind us, and we'll bring it back for the after show, and then you can hear part of our discussion.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. All right. So
Remind us.
I'm watching the chat.
Okay, someone, when we're wrapping up, put it in the chat.
when we last left our players, they were still in the Shadowfell. They were dealing with the aftermath of the combat in which Sabachthani was yoinked out of the Shadowfell by means of a portal and a very tall, very brutish-looking tiefling. There were various and sundry conversations, and you all traveled, and traveled, and traveled some more. And now, because it's been a couple of weeks and I was at con, I'm very tired. So if I forget anything important, please tell me. But they have found themselves at this evening taking a rest in a Vistani campsite, where their young ghostly companion has informed them that there was a cache left for wayward travelers. And they opened it without checking for traps, if I recall correctly. Luckily for them, it wasn't trapped.
It's not like we have a rogue.
I think we asked the ghost child.
Yes.
If, and we trusted.
She seems trustworthy.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Open it, please. Hurry.
But inside, there is a collection of items that are all, again, very bright in this darkness. Like, the people looking inside are kind of taken aback by the brightness of the colors that are within. If you would all like to have a look at them.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume, but, you guys have
Yes.
surprised me before.
No, Odila would definitely be looking.
Close the lid, put it back, cover it up.
These aren't ours.
No, clearly not. There is a set of what look like bracers, van braces, but they look like they're made of interwoven gold roping, gold cording. They're very soft to the touch, but you look at them, they're very bright, they're very shiny, and those who have magic can feel the tingle of magic if they touch them.
Ooh, the touch.
Dewey, I assume you are casting your detect magic ritual. Oh no, you don't. Do you have identify?
Identify, yes. In fact, you know what, Book? Let's do identify real quick.
We're gonna identify? Cool!
Yes. And I'll ritual cast as a spell. Or as a free action or whatever.
What is it for that one? I don't remember.
It's called Awakened Spellbook. When you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, you can cast the spell's normal casting time.
Okay.
Once per long rest.
And you haven't used it this long rest?
Correct.
Excellent. These that are in front of you are bracers of defense.
So that, I mean, these things, they're bracers of defense. They help armor class. How are you pretty squishy? I mean, you almost died, right?
I'm 8 years old. I'm squishing a lot of places.
On a scale of 1 to 20, how squishy are you?
Let's not get too specific about where you are squishy. I don't think that's appropriate to know.
Oh,
about
I'm
an
not
8-year-old
squishy
boy.
at all, so I think you should have them.
Somewhere there is the honk of the metagaming goose.
On a scale of 1 to 20, I think I'm a pretty solid 11.
Okay.
I think you should have
I
them.
think I should have those things.
All right, and within there is another. It's an armband, you think, but looking at it, it is made out of hardened leather, and there are two. They look. It looks like there's two thin daggers strapped to it, but the daggers themselves don't appear to be real.
Well, that's going right over there. Your daggers continue to.
Are you able to continue to identify, or is that a one-time thing?
Oh, I think it takes me 11 minutes otherwise.
Oh, okay.
But I can.
We have nothing but
I
time.
can spend the 11 minutes. It's fine.
I mean, Miss Odilla, would your other daggers feel cheated on?
I don't think these look decorative.
But I bet you I bet you they turn into real like stabby daggers.
Well, maybe we should determine what they do before we dole them out then.
It's right before we rest, right?
Yes, it is. This is a safe place to rest, and it is
Yeah,
what
we
you
use our
sense
rest.
is evening.
I will just cast identify then.
All right.
Do you want to hear all the other items before you?
Yeah, well, I was wondering if we should.
It's one item, so one spell, one item.
Yeah. So as far as the other items go, there appear to be two amulets inside. Each of them hung from bright ribbons. One of them appears to be made out of wood that, when you smell it, smells kind of like a wine cask. And the other one, when you look at it, is golden with a sun motif in cupped hands.
All right, it's gonna take me 11 minutes.
Seems a tad gaudy.
And then the final item is a deck of cards.
Oh, well.
Well, the final item.
I think
There's
we
a
each
couple
draw
of
one
things.
right now and see what happens.
An item? Fine, I'll take this deck of cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Dewey, maybe you can get
Where's
to
the fox?
identifying these items.
So that way, Dewey's not doing all the things. I will identify the deck of cards, and I will spend 11 minutes doing this.
All right, it is a deck of illusions.
Oh, okay. Woo!
We're like, please be a Taroka deck. Please be a Taroka deck.
You were hoping.
You know,
Deck of
hoping
Tarrasques.
it wasn't-
Every card's a Tarrasque.
I was just hoping it wasn't the other deck.
Well, that
know-
would be entertaining for me.
this could take care of that whole how many aces in the deck problem.
Well, actually, no. It's more of like you draw a card, and whatever on the card, it appears as an illusion before you.
Oh, well, that's not a very useful illusion. I mean, really, you want this to just be a deck full of aces.
Well, I mean, like, I'm gonna draw a card. I'll
All right.
A goose.
go. Shit!
Why would that be? Oh shit! I had a website open for this because I didn't think to bring a deck of cards.
Oh
But
no, for the goose.
Every card is a horrible goose.
Pluckgoose.com.
Gooseamat.
Do some.
So there is by our house. Somebody on the next block over has 3 trees in front of their house, and we hope they do it on purpose. The 3 necks are the colors of Tiamat, and so Rachel and I we went on a walk last night, and we're like, "Oh, Tiamat's back! It's Christmas."
Amazing.
Oh
Wait
dear.
for 2 more heads.
I argued if they did it on purpose, that would be like heads, because this is just like the necks.
Oh yeah, that's fair. So you draw a 2 of spades and toss it in front of you, and a goblin, and it pops up over the card.
Yeah, see?
I mean, what possible use is that in a card game?
A distraction, you know? I mean, it's a goblin.
Oh, all right, yeah. So you
Out of nowhere.
you throw that out there, and then you grab the pot and you run.
I don't know why my accent's going this way.
I don't ask that question. It's a dangerous.
That's what are you gonna? Yeah,
He said he was from very far away.
It's a goblin, you know?
Goblin.
A vocal illusion as well.
the deck of accents. Why are there only 4 cards?
You know what? I actually have a card game that is a game of accents.
That sounds like
We
fun.
should that should be one of our games. It's just everybody draws a card, and that is for this.
Next stream, we'll do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Did we identify? Can we identify?
Oh, yeah.
The,
take the 60
armbands?
minutes or whatever. We'll
So
take the hour.
I identified the dagger thing.
The dagger thing is a bracer of flying daggers. This armband appears to have thin daggers strapped to it. As an action, you can pull up to 2 magic daggers from the bracer and immediately hurl them, making a ranged attack with each dagger. A dagger vanishes if you don't hurl it right away, and the daggers disappear right after they hit or miss. The bracer never runs out of daggers.
Oh yes.
I saw that look in your eye.
It's magic daggers too.
I'll be holding on to this one. Sure.
Okay. And then there's the 2 amulets left, and I'll take one as well to look
The
at.
wooden cask and the sunburst.
All right, so
I would ask if we could save one of these items for my lovely wife. She will be returning. She always returns.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And she does love jewelry.
are you each identifying one of the
Yeah,
amulets?
we'll split one.
Sure.
All right, one is an amulet of health. Your con score is 19 while you wear this amulet. And the other is the amulet of the drunkard.
And yeah.
This amulet smells of old ale-stained wood. While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet has restored hit points, it can't do so again until the next dawn.
It's a little on the nose, but
So unfortunately,
I saw it and I went, I'm sorry.
this one, it doesn't have mint juleps in there. You're gonna have to drink commoner stuff.
no, I'm going to give that to my wife. She enjoys the wine.
Oh, okay.
I never touch the stuff. It's pedestrian.
Yeah, that's what commoner means.
Oh.
Also, within this little box are 3 red potions. You've seen healing potions enough. You know that these are healing potions.
What
of
do
some
these
variety.
do? Cast identify for 11 minutes.
What about the other one? Whoa! Maybe this one's different.
I would love a potion of healing.
I mean, if you're serious about casting that, I will tell you what kind it is.
Sure, I'll do one.
Sure. The one that you do it on is a greater healing potion.
Ooh, take that and just pocket that.
Miss Analdi, would you like that third one there? I only drink mint
I'm gonna
juleps potions.
Sniff it. Do a nature check.
Okay. What are you hoping to get here?
Potency.
You're trying to find out what kind it is. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it.
12.
Okay. It smells a little bit stronger than what you would associate with a normal healing potion. You don't know how much stronger though.
Ah, this one's pretty good. Excellent vintage.
And the final thing in this box is laid flat as kind of a lining for the rest of the box is a bag. Looks like a pretty normal bag with lovely beading stitched along the front of it.
Would this be your wife's fashion as well?
Possibly. She does love a good accessory. Bags are basically just pockets you carry with you. I have no use for them.
I just re-listened to the end of the last episode where there was a conversation about backpacks just being enlarged pockets. So.
True.
I won't have it.
But look how much stuff I can carry.
As long as you're carrying it, it's fine.
But imagine how much stuff you could carry.
None.
Wooya already
carries enough
has a
stuff with him.
backpack. This is a bit decorative for myself, so maybe we'll hang on to this for Sabachthani, see if it's her style.
She can see if she likes the amulet or the bag better.
Or she could have both.
Eh.
I mean,
She deserves it all.
oh wait, but Dewey, did you receive anything?
No. Wait,
Oh.
did I? Yes. No.
I mean, you got
A
a
healing potion. Yeah.
There's a healing potion. Did anyone lay claim to the Amulet of Health?
Nope.
No.
Or one of you two, right? Did you get something?
Oh, I mean, I got the bracers.
Oh, well then, have yourself an amulet. It's a little gaudy.
Wow.
It'll go well with all of your many shades of gray.
And if
Well, I'm
you
not
continue to stand your ground against, what was it we were battling again? Whatever that cold creature was.
Was it a white?
I think one of them was a white and one was a wraith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That healing might be useful.
Saw that amulet once on like kind of a portly half elf once.
There are portly half elves.
I mean, if they
They're
really
in
eat and
disguise. What if they're trying to be like incognito and they have fake round ear tips? And they're kind of chubby.
So it's not a half elf indeed. It's a human dressed as a half elf.
No, it's a half elf dressed as a human.
What?
It was a play I saw once.
Oh.
It's
Hey.
called
The theater's vulgar.
Rhyme of the Frost Maiden.
Thank you.
Well, even worse if it rhymes.
Yeah, it's all in
Iambic,
verse.
iambic
well-
sextameter.
I'm interested. I'm back to being interested.
Did it.
Oh, that did not mean what I thought it did.
Yeah, all the Shakespeare people immediately tried to do that in their heads. But yes, that is all of the items that are in the box. So to recap, there's the Amulet of the Drunkard, the Amulet of Health, the Deck of Illusions, bracers of defense, the bracer of flying daggers, a bag, and 3 healing potions. 2 of which are, well, at least one of which is a great healing potion.
How do bracers of defense work in this one? Because in the old days,
+2 to AC.
all right. Yeah. Wow, they suck.
Adilla's gonna turn from the group and find a.
Start throwing daggers.
Yeah. She's gonna find the largest tree and just
Monkey balls.
she's gonna test it out a little.
All right. Yeah. When you draw out the dagger, it has a very. I mean, it looks like a ghost dagger, but in your hand, at least for that second, it feels real. Right before you chuck it. Go ahead and make me a ranged.
That counts. That counts.
So when this says you
Is he
can
off camera?
pull up to 2 magic
Yeah, he is.
daggers.
Not fully.
Is that in one action?
Yes. As an action, you can pull and throw if you can make 2 attacks essentially.
I see.
Now that said, I would count one of them as being an offhand attack,
Yeah.
with the appropriate lowering of damage.
Yep.
Those are the words I was looking for.
You missed the tree.
No. I get a +6. 15.
Oh yes, you most certainly hit the tree, and a substantial amount of bark chips off as this ghostly dagger embeds itself. It looks pretty real for a second before dissolving away into the mist.
It's got more bite than bark now.
Oh, here. For that pun, you're gonna get
Not a chance in the hells.
Oh, Dewey. Oh, Dewey.
I'm sorry, did you get the Amulet of Humor, Dewey?
I mean, oh man, I feel like a third stronger than I was before. This amulet is
I'm
amazing.
sure you do. What is your HP now, just out of curiosity?
29.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I'm a tank now.
I have 27. You're now the most.
Yeah, actually, you are the tank of the group.
That's great.
until somebody takes this off of me.
Well,
Or it's in
I
a
love that
magic
Thomas's
field.
character build maneuver is build a character who needs an amulet of health in order to survive.
that doesn't remind me of anyone. Sen.
No, I haven't taken anything, and I'm still alive. Because we haven't played in 2 years.
That helps. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to do before you get some rest for the evening?
Spend 10 minutes setting an alarm spell.
Reconsider that last joke.
Thinking about that joke all night long.
And what is the watch order for the night?
Cthulhu will go first this time.
Second.
Well, Mr. Moreover needs his beauty sleep, so I'll go third.
Okay.
I imagine Lester just looks at Rusty.
I mean, what the hell's the point of this thing if it can't take a walk?
It's gonna keep me company.
I'd ask Tidwell, but he's far too important.
Well,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Really good.
Tidwell's getting better.
The mist here is great for my lungs, sir.
My throat is well lubricated, sir.
well, yeah, just make sure that Lester does wake up for his watch.
Oh, I can do, Mr. Mrs. Rinaldi. Mrs.
Whoa.
Words.
Oh, things went better in Baldur's Gate than we thought.
I have a rant on the subject of different honorifics for women, but we won't touch that today. So, Odila, you're taking first watch?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
Ooh, nat 20.
Dang.
Get out of things. 26 of total.
All right.
You see things that aren't even there.
Yeah. So for a moment, you look up and you see you see 6 giants gathered around a table. No, I'm kidding. As you settle in for your watch, occasionally pulling out and throwing a dagger just to get the feel for it, I imagine.
We're all trying to say thunk, thunk.
I mean, anyway, your senses are just tingling as you are listening and watching around you. There's no really getting used to the Shadowfell and its continual sense of oppressive dread, but you are becoming more attuned to what's normal for the Shadowfell.
We're used to all of our grays. Did you guys notice?
Yeah, we're in blacks and grays and a little.
Hold on, let me put on my Dewey hat. It's 50 Shades of Grey.
It's medallion.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a medallion of Dewey.
Oh, that's cool. Sitting in this little clearing is the first time that you have felt normal since arriving in the Shadowfell. There is something about this clearing, and maybe it's the abilities of the Vistani. Maybe it's the brightness of the colors of the various items that are now on your companions. But for the moment, it is more peaceful than it usually is. It is not comfortable because you can hear far off sounds of creatures making their way through, creatures that are the stuff of nightmares, quite literally. Mm-hmm. But here, you feel safe.
Interesting.
And
No sound of dragons?
No sound of dragons. And your watch passes without incident.
Okay. So Attila, go wake up Dewey.
Okay, doing this again, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nothing came through the alarm, so should be okay. Have a nice night.
Yep.
Let's go, Rusty.
All right. Dewey and Rusty, please make me perception check.
Just low to the ground.
Dancing lights.
Balls of lights, yes. Dancing lights.
Great balls of light.
Perception 23.
All right. Do you want to do one for Rusty as well, or are you good with that one?
10.
Okay. So, Rusty starts doing the loop just outside of the alarm spell, keeping an eye on things as you settle into the spot that Odila was in. And like her, you feel that sense of warmth. And you swear you can almost hear music. The Vistani don't come through Candlekeep very often, but when you were quite small, shortly after first arriving, right after your parents disappeared, a caravan of them stopped by briefly. And while your childish grief was not to be lifted even by song and ribbon, there was something about that music that brought your heart a little bit of peace. And you hear it again now, here in the Shadowfell, warming your heart just a little.
We need to find these wherever we go.
And your watch passes without incident.
Excellent. I will wake Wuya up.
Cool.
Hey, buddy. Your turn.
Yeah. You know, why do we do 2-hour shifts? You know, sleep cycles are about 90 minutes, so I'm already like into my next sleep cycle, and it just really sucks to be woken up right now.
Maybe in this world they're 2 hours.
Oh, fantasy.
Where Cassandra's are with the K, and cycles are 2 hours long.
Oh, that sounds like heaven.
Okay, anything from the alarm?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's very peaceful. I think the Vistani, sanctified? I don't know if that's the right word, but, you know, their presence here is calming. Should find another one. Keep our eyes open for him.
Okay. I'll ask.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Wuya and Iris, give me perception checks, please. In the box.
Neither one went in there. Wow.
Both
You know,
of them in the box.
In Ireland,
Yeah.
they roll on the other side of the box. That's the.
I got a 13, but Iris got a 21.
All right. So Iris goes soaring up into the sky as is her custom, staying within the 100-foot range so that she can stay connected to you mentally. And she's watching through the mist. She is a creature of this place. It is very comfortable for her. And you can feel her gliding through the mist. She's outside of the comfortable circle of the former Vistani campsite, or the current Vistani campsite. But she is a creature of this place. So for her, this is home. And you can feel her contentment purring back through the line. A little bit of unease, but there's also a part of her that is, it's good to be home. For however long this lasts, it's good to be home. And as your 2 hours pass, she circles and circles, and then you feel like a ping of alarm in your head for a second. And she comes swooping back to your shoulder. I can feel magic moving.
2 or away?
2, I think.
Should I wake him up or?
I don't. Probably. But before you're able to, the air in front of you shifts and spins, turning into a portal like what you saw back at the battlefield. And stumbling through the portal, Sebastian, would you care to describe what you look like at the moment?
For a flicker of a second, you see a tall, beautiful, red devil with wings outstretched, giant horns, and in the blink of an eye, rips something off their neck and flings it behind them into the portal. The portal shuts, the illusion melts away, and you see Sebastian. She looks pretty messed up. Her clothes are rumpled, her hair is bedraggled, her makeup is running, and she has a huge welt with 3 claw marks through it on one cheek. She steps through, kind of takes a deep breath, runs her hands over her face and into her hair, and you see all of the makeup start to clean itself up, and the hair starts to knit itself back into its perfect coif. And she looks and spots you and just goes,
Have a nice trip.
it's not the word I'd use for it. How is everyone?
Actually pretty okay right now.
How are you?
Better. But, you know,
Well, glad to hear that.
thank you.
I don't mean to interrupt. Where are you, in your watch?
About halfway through.
Maybe I'll just sit with you then. I could finish out the night.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's see, what happened? You left. Do you want a recount of the stuff? Do you want us in silence?
Whatever you prefer, sugar.
Okay. So, you were gone, and then the Wraith and the White attacked us, but Dewey, Dewey was just standing there, and he was pretty, he's trying to be pretty buff, but, did he run away? I think he ran away. But, a smart way, so he wouldn't die.
Of course, yeah.
Because if he didn't run away, then he would be dead, and that would suck. Then he'd be dead weight.
And as you continue talking, Sabachthani just sort of very gently kind of reaches over at one point, just kind of pats you on the knee, doesn't stop anything, just kind of pats, and then just sort of hunkers down, continues listening.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Moreover was pretty sad for a moment when you were gone. But at first, he was like, "Boy, you're not gonna leave me. Not like her."
Yes, well.
And I was like, "Whoa." That was the most emotion I've seen out of Mr. Moreover, except for when he doesn't get a mint julep. So yeah. But then he was pretty sure that you were gonna come back, so.
Well, it's nice to know that even when we're apart, he can sense the nature of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does this occur often?
Are you familiar with the concept of a no-win condition?
Yep.
Yes.
Plenty of those.
Well, many years ago, in the game that I play, I was presented with a choice which gave me no win condition either way. But the thing about games is that there are rules. Sometimes those rules change. So every time I'm presented with another choice, I have a chance to change the rules and get my win condition.
What's the win?
That, unfortunately, remains to be seen. But, she sort of reaches up. Her hair is perfect, her makeup's perfect, her clothes are sort of themselves, and the only thing left is this set of scratches on her cheek. I think I'm getting closer.
Interesting.
How about you? Are you getting closer to your win condition, Wu-Ya?
I think I've lost too many times to actually win anymore.
Well, maybe it's time to find a new game then, eh, sugar?
I don't think game's a life, or life's a game.
Fair enough. Why don't you go get some sleep?
Sure. It was supposed to be Mr. Moreover's.
I think I can cover it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I did identify it. This one's for you. We found it in a chest over there. If you really listen quietly, it's pretty calm here. It's interesting. But, Mr. Moreover said you would like that. It's, an Amulet of the Drunkard. So, if you drink some wine, it's gonna make you feel better.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. There's a really gaudy bag on someone, but that's for the morning.
Sure, we can take a look at that later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, good night. Do you want Iris to stay up with you?
If she cares to, but I think I'll be all right on my own.
Okay. You want to stay with her?
This one needs watching over.
Okay. Doop. Pass it over.
Pops over to Sabachthani's shoulder.
Sure.
And take my rest.
All right. Sabachthani, give me a perception check for your watch, and welcome back to the Shadowfell.
Yes.
my favorite. Just where I wanted to be. Yeah, that's appropriate. While my passive is a 15, I did roll a 2,
Okay.
which feels appropriate for the circumstance.
I think I'm going to go this time with the rolled.
Yeah.
Although
fair.
I usually don't. Settling in after Wuya falls asleep, you can feel the peace that he's talking about here, and it is a welcome balm to your spirit after everything that you've just been through. It's not the material plane. It's not a cozy fireplace with a nice cup of mulled wine, but it's better than where you just were, and it's better than the Shadowfell in general. So you sort of hunker in on yourself, the mists rolling around all of you, and you can still hear off in the distance, maybe something only you can hear, the sounds of the hells.
Yeah. Just sit real quietly, and probably as these noises sort of drift in, just at some point quietly mutter under her breath. You don't want to be playing this game. You know the lady's not gonna like it if you keep bopping in on interfering in her things.
You don't hear an answer, but for a second the noises get a titch louder before coming back down. But your watch passes without incident.
So about 5 in the morning, I rolled a perception check.
Okay.
Les goes, Saba? And gets up, and then, I rolled a stealth check against her perception. And so, just sometime when she's just sitting there, like all of a sudden just Les is there. And he just puts his hand on your shoulder.
Yeah, just hand back on, doesn't quite say anything.
And yeah, no words need to be said.
Oh.
So, a couple of hours later, everyone else starts waking up. And you do not need to make a wisdom saving throw tonight.
Oh.
We definitely need to find more of these places.
But Dewey and Odilla, Sabachthani's back.
All right. Oh. I did not expect to see you back here.
Was there somewhere else that you were expecting to see me back?
Well, I was fearing that we were gonna have to come rescue you.
Oh, no, Sugar, I would never ask any of you to come get me out of that place. But I appreciate the thought.
Well, welcome back, if welcome is a word you can even use here.
I'd much rather be here with all of you. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, why'd you come back here? If you had a choice to go, why come back here?
She always comes back.
You didn't think I was just gonna leave you all to figure this out on your own, did you?
I mean, we were doing pretty good. Mr. Moreover was
I mean, if you
holding up.
like, I can go.
That won't be necessary.
My life is profoundly better when you are here by my side, my love. And Les's hand has not left touch of some kind of Sabachthani since this morning.
Well, everyone seems to be in relatively good working order, so I suppose we're just gonna carry on then?
I think we're about a day or two out of which way. Maybe. Helitha, are there any more spots like this going that way?
I think so. Things get a bit foggy when, and you get the sense of her kind of gesturing around herself.
Okay. Well, if you see...
But if I spot one, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Because my people do like to have their We have our rituals. We have our roads.
Okay. Unfortunately, the book girl says there may or may not be one along the way.
I mean, it seems logical that a day's travel, there would be some sort of shelter or place to stay. So if we see one towards the end of the day.
We are walking. I understood they had beasts of burden.
And
Many of them travel by foot at times. I mean,
Okay.
carts are more common and more practical, but I imagine there must be times when they have to travel on foot.
I guess we will see. We better get going.
When we leave, I send Tidwell back to bury all the gold that I did not give to the whatever they were.
Jackal-wares?
The jackal-wares, where the magic items were, just as a little thank you.
Okay. He does so.
Manual labor, sir.
A bit grumblingly, yes. But definitely making his displeasure known. But he returns to you with dirt down his otherwise perfect front. And the five of you continue.
oh man, okay. I'm gonna just see if I want to do a spell right away. Long rest. Long rest.
Yes. You all, four of you have gotten a long rest.
Fair.
Cool.
Cool. What you think, Thomas? Spell or no spell?
No spell.
All right.
I'll wait.
Okay. So the five of you continue onward. You can feel it the moment that you step out of this little clearing, like that weight settles back on you. Just, it's not pleasant. The mist is
Yeah.
cold against your
And
skin.
out of a little annoyance, Odila will fling another dagger.
This is olive drab.
Oh, we definitely need to get out of here. This is not going to stand much longer.
I'm gonna be wearing khaki soon.
Oh,
I mean, you saw what khaki looked like on Dewey.
I have. It's a horror.
Angel, you are sort of an autumn lean. I think you can probably pull it off.
Just because I can doesn't mean I should.
Oh, no, I absolutely shouldn't be forced to. I'm
Let's
just saying.
use this fear as motivation to hurry on.
Now you're just doing it for the hashtag.
Hashtag. What? Is that what those children put on those scrolls that they, like, send up into the air to explode?
You find amazing things in the restricted area.
Oh, you can stop rubbing it in about the restricted area. As I recall, that's how we got here in the first place.
All right, Rusty, let's go.
And off you go. You do travel for the better part of the day through the forest itself. But as you come to what feels like, by your inner clock, early afternoon, you come out of the woods.
Yeah.
And in front of you, now that you can see a little more clearly, there does seem to be a little bit of a breeze here, just a bit, enough to make the mists dance around a rock encropping that looks like a hand, and another one closer to you that looks like, well, a horn. Do with that what you will.
Oh, wow.
We really drifted.
Yeah, we're way off course. Or maybe
No, this is how we should have. We come here, and now we're gonna go that way.
This way.
Well, yes, that way.
To which way?
Oh dear.
They are incredibly literal in their naming conventions here, aren't they?
But looking at this map, Mr. Moreover, this way is pointing where we're at. So we're gonna go that way.
Okay. Odila is just.
Iris,
Odila's looking at this rock
was our
formation.
guide in? Do you recall?
Generally, eastward.
East.
That doesn't look like a horn. It looks like a Jeff Bezos monument.
Smugmany just like grabs Lester's hand, sticks it in her back pocket so that there's like hand over hand in her back pocket, so she's kind of got him and just starts walking, dragging him with. Like, let's just go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we leave, do I see anything of note about the hand and horn?
Yeah, Odila wants to look at the rock formations.
Yeah.
Sure. Offer me a roll.
What should we investigate? Maybe there's something around here or anything, or
Yeah. I'll take the time to investigate a little bit, just
Okay.
like look around.
I mean, these are very large
Okay.
landmarks. They're more like buttes in the desert, so they're more useful for landmarks. If you really want to go up and climb them and investigate, you're certainly welcome to. But
Oh, Atila's not climbing.
no?
She just wants to look.
I guess can Iris help me by looking around to like from the air and assist in the investigation to see if there's any fun things around?
sure, are you gonna warg into her brain?
More of keeping that telepathic connection to see if she
Okay.
sees anything. Essentially using the help action. to-
So are you giving her the help back?
She's helping me
All right,
by pinging if she sees anything of interest.
all right, go ahead.
17 plus 24.
All right, so with the 24, as you examine these, so you saw Sabachthani when she came back through. Seeing this reminds you of the visage that she was wearing briefly before she threw the amulet back through, or through whatever she was wearing back through the portal. The hand and the horn look kind of like a devil reaching up. A very large devil, perhaps. Now, whether it's literally or it's just the trick of the eye, looking at it, it's hard to tell. It is old, it is weathered, and in as much as you can tell, age of anything in the Shadowfell.
Does it remind me of a rock, or is it actually more bone-like?
Thinking about that and sending Iris a little bit closer when she comes back on her like oval, she confirms it's a little more bone-like than you might expect.
Which is to say at all.
Fair. That is a fair distinction.
Is there any way I can chip some off?
You would need to get significantly closer.
Oh, we're not next to it?
You're not right next to it.
Okay.
It is a little ways off of the path.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you send Iris, she could probably chip off a bit with her beak if you would like to do that.
Yeah, she can.
Sure. She goes swooping toward the horn, which is closer to you, and you can. She's outside of your range, but when she comes back, she has a grumbly sense about her.
Was it?
Tastes bad.
Sorry.
And she drops the piece into your hand, and yeah, it looks more like a horn than bone, or more like a horn than stone. But it doesn't really smell of anything except the Shadowfell itself.
Interesting. Just tuck it in my robe, and as I see other folks are walking away, I'll be like, oh, shit.
Run with your itty bitty legs.
Stupid lights. Go, go, go.
All right, so the five of you are continuing along the road. This is much more of a proper road now that you've come up out of the forest. You're no longer following just the Vistani wagon trail. It's not cobbled or paved, but it is worn by years and years and years. Now, and as you're walking, there's no one else on the road with you. But sometimes, every once in a while, especially as the night settles a little bit deeper, the mist forms itself into shadows, shapes, memories of people who had once traveled this road. Very brief.
Dude, maybe we should time and a half this. Kind of run a little bit faster.
Oh, sort of the 10 and 10. You jog for 10, you step for 10.
Yeah, okay,
Preserves your...
I don't jog.
Oh, we can get some cardio. You can get some cardio in.
Why?
Do you really want to spend enough time in here to go full khaki?
You make a good
Cardio
point.
or
It's
khaki?
compromise.
Q and K.
I promise, Lester, once we get out of here, we are going on a significant vacation. Not to the normal vacation home, somewhere much farther away from my family.
Very well. These are not the proper shoes for athletic endeavors.
Do you have athletic shoes?
No!
anymore? Yeah.
Why would I have athletic shoes?
That's what I was thinking. As Sabachthani is still in her massive platform boots
Right.
that she always wears.
Odila look at Tuya. Are you able to keep up?
He'll go faster than I will.
That I believe to be fully accurate.
Like, you guys are 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Well, let's endeavor to go as quickly as we can as a group. Which is perhaps a time and a quarter.
We'll space it
Maybe
out. Small bursts.
3/4 of actual speed with this one.
As we go, I think Sabachthani is a little more on edge than she was already pretty alert when we were here before, but I think she's a little jumpier than she was previously. So I think she's very constant looking around, constantly checking as every time these shadows and mists sort of pop up to see if anything seems more out of the ordinary than what it should, especially because she knows that magic not of this place has now been used very aggressively twice in popping her out and popping her back. So she's going to be very on guard the whole time that we're traveling.
Roll me a perception check.
Is that better? Probably not. 12 roll or 15 passive.
All right, I'll go with your passive on this one. And Wuya, I'm not even going to ask you to roll. You hear ravens. They're a ways away, but there is the definite sound of a flock of ravens. I know it's a murder of crows, and I don't remember what a group of ravens is.
Unkindness.
A kindness.
Unkindness.
An unkindness.
Unkindness of
Well,
ravens.
there is an unkindness of ravens, close enough to hear, that is not happy.
I assume we would all hear that, right?
I don't think I've heard a raven ever.
This whole adventure.
That's what Iris is, right?
I haven't heard her. She's very quiet.
I refuse to make that sound.
Sorry, Mr. Moreover,
You can't hear anything over the sound of his breathing.
That's true.
Mr. Moreover, I need you to look at me right now. Right now, you have a very increased heart rate. Yes? Okay, the blood's probably in your ears. I need you to push a little harder.
Just leave me.
Sabachthani fishes around in her pocket, pulls out her hip flask and opens it up and sniffs it to see if it is still alcohol, since it came back much more recently than anything else on us.
Roll me a d20.
10. Oh, sorry, 16.
Oh, well,
I can read. Only sometimes though.
well, it's been a long week and it's only Monday.
Yep.
Yes, it does still smell like very good alcohol.
Yeah. Paul that
now.
straight. Paul that straight into Lester's hand, Angel.
Oh, I feel better.
Carry on,
Imagine.
shall we?
Like any alcoholic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I
Did not have
think...
the intended
You
effect.
hear it too, though. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And Odila, you do hear it as well.
Oh.
Do we
I
just...
assume these are not friends of Iris's.
Rusty,
No.
go wake him up. Rusty's gonna go bite your ankle.
Roll me an attack
Oh
roll
no!
for
I
Rusty.
know! He's gonna get killed by Lester!
Hostile!
Man, I missed my perception check.
14 episodes.
It's
we
like
tried so hard.
it was 8 on the die, which means that it's not good.
So actually, what wakes me up is Rusty is pulling on the hem of my pants.
Oh.
What the? No, those are Talon.
Angel, if you can find it in you to.
I feel like Dewey looks.
I don't
Amazing?
Dark and brooding?
Drab.
Oh dear. Well, we all look drab right now.
I don't mean to impose, given that I have already, I believe, brought some grief to this party in this place, but I suspect I'm about to bring some more if we don't get a move on.
I mean, I feel like we are much more a direct handling of the situation sort of group than we are in avoiding it.
Let's just say that there are some rumors abounding, and moreover, there was an incident in Baldur's Gate that has caught the attention of some people who should not know of it.
Well, then let us move on.
Just pace yourself.
I feel all right.
Okay. Odila will go ahead and take the lead.
All right.
Dewey's gonna kind of get close to the shadows, closer to the shadows, and just see if any are start to become recognizable.
Mom, Dad.
Looking for spells,
Oh.
Okay.
unless they're just like shapes.
They are. Some of them are just shapes, and these appear to be. You know enough about the Shadowfell at this point to know that strong memories are the ones that have more shape. So there are ones that are just basically mists in the wind. You see several cards that are almost solid enough to be real, that look like they are Vistani make, but they are not real, of course.
So he's definitely looking for 2 humans, a halfling, and a dragonborn
All right.
traveling together in the shadows.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
16.
Okay. So as the evening creeps on and you're getting toward a time where you're going to have to make some decisions about whether or not to get some rest for the night, out of the corner of your eye you see movement. So the area around you is more rocky than forested. It is not desert, but it's also definitely not wooded. It's hard to pin down exactly what kind of terrain this is, unless you want to think the shadow version of the plains of Rohan, where it's grass, but a bunch of boulders and that sort of thing, and then this road that goes through it. And as you catch that bit of movement out of the corner of your eye and you turn your head, you see for just a second the ghost of a dragonborn that looks familiar to you.
Just kind of veer off quickly.
Whoa, hey.
And hearing commotion, Odila will stop and look back.
Who's right here?
Dewey? Is everything all right?
Yeah. I saw Merrick, I think.
Merrick?
The dragonborn.
Did
Pardon?
we meet a Merrick?
I don't recall a Merrick.
Oh, no. Part of my parents' adventuring group.
One of the ones that went missing.
Yeah. Maybe it was another dragonborn. Though I don't know.
Oh, we'll keep an eye out.
If you're off in the boulder area, out of the corner of your ear, you hear a baby cry.
He's gonna. You can't cross the streams. Time. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Are you able to talk in complete sentences?
No.
Okay.
It's okay. I
Is there a threat to us right now?
I don't know. If what I saw was Merrick and then I just heard a baby, if that was me, what happens if I meet myself in the Shadowfell from a previous shadow? I don't know, will we explode?
Dewey, what are you thinking about right now?
Honestly, I kind of want some bread and pizza.
Do bread and pizza appear?
Not good, bread.
Oh, it's Domino's.
the only pizza chain in the Shadowfell.
If you sponsor us, though, it's Pizza Hut.
It's better than the oatmeal that we've been having.
the beverage oatmeal.
Oh, I figured out the ratio.
I think Sabachthani goes over to where Dewey is. She's still again on the kind of high alert and scanning and listening. But after hearing what Wuya asked about what are you thinking about, she just kind of walks over, takes a good scan, and then sort of maybe puts a hand real gently on Dewey's shoulder. It's like, all right, maybe we should find a place to camp. Yeah, I think we've been hustling pretty hard today. I could certainly use a rest. And she sort of like unconsciously swipes at her cheek that has not healed up yet.
Does our ghostly friend have any recommendations?
4-star? 5-star? Under $89 per night?
Preferably non-smoking, but I'm really flexible at this point.
I think I can only offer 2.
2-star?
With the ball?
Afraid not.
Booking.com?
The soothsayer yelled.
What if we named our own price?
Anybody who had 819 for fully breaking Ren. Oh no. That's not a good sound.
We're just trying to get our sponsors here, guys.
Booking.com.
So,
This is for you.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you.
What do we get?
Appropriate, quicker thinking. Use a reaction to invoke disadvantage on an attack against you or a creature you can see within 40 feet. A well-thrown rock or a horrific scream. These are your tools of distraction.
Nice.
It was
That
the
one-
booking.com.
That
Yeah.
one is yours,
Yes.
specifically.
Yeah.
And that's how you use the deck of inspiration, folks, in your home game.
Yes, in your home game, it's for a particularly well done pun or playing out a character very well. I have been very lax on DM inspiration in this game, and I'm going to try to be better about that. But, you know.
I mean, it's tough. Our
Yeah.
economy is already so tilted.
and we're already, like, everyone is so in character that it's hard to be like, that was particularly good.
Yeah.
Dewey, as everyone else is discussing places to stay, you hear a familiar woman's voice. Faint, very faint, but a woman's voice calling out, "Liam, won't you come and take him?"
I'm gonna run towards it.
I'm gonna follow.
I'm going to cast sleep.
You know how many hit points I have?
That's why he wanted that medallion.
No more sleep
That's
for.
why.
I know how sleep works. I'm trying to aim it on, like, in a way that catches Dewey singularly.
Okay. Roll me a dex check, because this was fast. So I want to see if you can actually aim this.
Got 2.
Okay.
Can I use change of fate?
I'll back it
No,
up.
Hey!
I thought it would be
We gotta
funnier.
use these cards.
I was gonna say it may not matter because there's a very high likelihood he's gonna catch me anyway.
I got 5.
Yep.
All right.
Plus 1.
Go ahead and
I
roll those
believe in
d8s.
Oh gosh.
That's 11.
We got puts himself to sleep.
Plus, that's a 25. Ooh, 28.
Ah, yes,
This
but it starts with
Yep.
the lowest hit points that are caught in the radius.
And I only have 18.
Oh.
So Sabachthani drops into
As soon as she
sleep.
falls, like, Les runs faster than you've ever seen him move.
Oh yeah,
you
she's
do-
like chasing after Dewey and just fully just collapses.
Saba!
If you do live through the night, Wuya, you might not live the next day.
If he gets too far away, Mind Sliver. I'm trying to stop him.
Oh my god.
And I don't have hold person, so I'm using what I got.
Fortunately, the source of the voice is not super far away. It is around a couple of boulders. So you lose sight of him. Are you going to? You are about to lose sight of him.
Yeah,
Would you like to-
I'm going to.
Go ahead. And if I recall correctly, you didn't use that spell slot for mage armor.
I did not.
Well, this is an intelligence saving throw.
There we go.
But, okay.
Oh. On the other wizard. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, something.
It is PvP night.
Intelligence is, 16.
Ooh! I've got a 15. Nope.
Mom, Dad,
Keep chasing.
Saba?
Mark.
Yeah, I mean, Odilla's chasing at this point, too.
I assume you shake me and
Yeah,
that'll
I'm
wake
waking
me up.
Saba.
That does wake
Yeah.
you up.
Oh yeah, no, wake up, realize I'm on the ground, and just be like, oh.
Sleep storms. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, keep chasing, and then, I mean, I'll throw another sleep. It's 90 feet.
And this time he's by himself. Go ahead.
Cue the Benny Hill music.
12. 6, 18. Nope, I can't make it.
A squirrel. A shadow squirrel.
I mean,
Rusty?
Yeah.
Oh!
Is,
Odilla,
Do I see Rusty asleep?
I have never seen you this excited in your life. Yes, he's asleep.
oh my god.
He bit me! He was hostile!
Sabachthani takes 2 seconds, is getting ready to yell at Lester, and then decides it's more important to figure out why the children are like shooting spells at each other and continues running, like gets herself up and starts running after doing it.
Odilla will keep running.
Sadly, Rusty's probably got more hit points than I can do with
2.
Oh, alright. Well, that was 13 points of damage.
And Rusty disappears.
6 hit points!
But was Rusty hostile
He
any
bit
longer?
me!
Okay.
He tugged at your pants.
These are not off the rack.
These
These
are
are tailored. These are custom.
they're not custom
Lester
anymore. Have
is-
you seen where we are?
Arguing with his own magic source to see if he gets his temporary hit point.
Can I get one more sleep off before I lose them?
Actually, is Wuya now closer to me than Dewey? If I went down and then I had to get up to chase after them again,
Yes, Wuya is now closer to you than doing.
then I'm gonna run to Wuya instead of Dewey.
All right.
Can I get one more sleep off?
Dewey, make me an acrobatics check.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. 9.
Yes.
Cool, level 2.
You're able to get one off.
Oh,
You shouldn't have told us that we were gonna get a chance to sleep. They're getting reckless.
I know.
I
Level
mean,
2, so that's
I can Eldritch Blast
78.
all day.
I know. That's why you should be the tank.
78, 14, 26, plus 7, wow, I'm mathing bad, 33.
and
Go to sleep, 34!
And running full speed.
Oh no, you landed on your
Oh, wait.
fox and
Do it.
crushed it.
Did I take damage from falling? I don't think the spell says you can do that.
I mean, you were at full tilt.
It depends on the the terrains.
Yeah, and this is a rocky, grassy terrain. Roll me d20. Let's leave it up to the dice gods.
12.
You take damage. So
All the damage.
But he's prone, so we can get some more distance on this business.
you take 2 points of damage.
Yeah, where are we
I'm
compared
gonna-
to Dewey?
So,
He's like off the road.
but after taking damage, Dewey's gonna stop and look around and see where he's at. Mm-hmm. Cast Mage Armor. Mm-hmm. And then just kind of take a moment
Okay.
and come back from his like. It's like Julio would have put me to sleep for a reason. And he's gonna start just kind of slowly moving back to the group.
Rusty, let's go. Rusty.
You fell on him when you fell, and he poofed. It was tragic. I'll make a deception roll. That is a 13. My heart's not in it. I'm too happy.
What's my insight?
Would you like to insight that?
My passive insight is a 14.
You did also just wake up after going ass over tea kettle.
Yeah. Natural one. Natural one.
Very distracted.
I'm sorry, Rusty.
He'll be back.
It's happened before.
I imagine.
From Williams putting me to sleep, I fell on Rusty at that time too.
Well, I think Wuya's really the problem here.
Are we all content now?
Yeah.
We've gotten that out of our system.
So content.
Yeah, so are we all like together now? Like,
You're still strung a little bit apart, but coming back toward each other.
Dewey, why did you run off the path?
I heard my parents.
What?
I heard my parents. They were here.
Because you're thinking about them. This place feeds on strong memories.
But they couldn't have been my memories because I was a baby and I don't remember.
Well, you're just... If you think about a thing.
You can make your own memories.
Pizza.
I should know.
Pizza.
Super
Yes.
hardcore. I'm thinking of pizza.
Yes, please, just focus on pizza.
For just a second, you smell sizzling pepperoni.
Oh.
For just
Wait, where is it? Where's that?
Back towards the road. There's a pizza place in which way? It's called Bread.
You know,
Oh.
there might be actually.
I'm sorry to say, I think we may have wasted all that effort running by this little detour.
And that's why you should never run.
Booyah, did our friend give us any insight as to whether this was a good place to camp or not before we started encountering sleep storms?
It was buffering.
Get out! I'm about to buffer all of you if you don't get it together.
Well, I mean,
Is there anywhere around here that looks safe?
So-
Look, we're off the road.
You are off the road, and the ground under you feels prickly.
Sabachthani, you look pretty tired.
I can keep going if we need to find a safer place to stay.
Do we see which way in the distance? Or a town in the distance?
Not yet.
I think we should rest.
Here?
Helitha, is there anything nearby?
Not one of our spots, but they're. Okay, hang on. Can I look?
Sure.
And you feel that presence behind your eyes for a second as the little girl looks out through your eyes, and then pops back out. Okay, so if you go east along the road for another 10 minutes or so, there's a spot that's okay. It's not great, but it'll do.
10 minutes, y'all. Feeling that?
Do that.
Let's go. Onward.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm feeling remarkably good.
You do look more radiant, Mr. Moreover.
You know, sometimes you achieve a small goal and it just makes your day.
So as the five of you can continue walking on, you come to a curve in the road, and you sense that this is a little ways off of this curve is where Helitha had indicated might be a reasonable place. And as you're turning this corner of the road, Wuya, you look east toward which way, and for a moment, just a second, a collection of mist gathers in front of you, and for just a second, you're looking into your own face. And that's where we're going to take our break.
If you kill it, you get 6 hit.
Oh, shit, a toss-out. Okay. Whoa. Which ball?
So we'll be back as quickly as we will be back quite soon. As I'm tired. I have other lines in my head after helping run a booth all weekend. We'll be back. We have to use the bathroom. I want some more tea. We'll be back soon. Catch you later.
Maybe.
Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment and thank you for watching and supporting us. It's challenging to produce this content week after week, and your support really does make a difference. In fact, all of your support we call Tavern Upkeep. We have a monthly goal that we need to reach in order to maintain and to grow. We have currently set this at $1,500 per month. These funds go to purchasing and shipping giveaways, game and game accessories for us to use on the stream, and a portion of the rent here at the studio. We are asking you to help us reach that tavern upkeep goal every single month. There are many ways to contribute. The Patreon is the best bang for your buck. As a Patreon member, you are part of the Guild of the 5 E's with access to work-in-progress RPG supplements, the Patreon-only Discord channels, and a space to play in our Guild of the 5 E's D&D campaign. The higher-level patrons can even affect the outcomes of our streamed games by awarding players with cards from the Deck of Inspiration. Another way to support us is by donating bits during a live stream. For each 500 bits donated, an inspiration coin is granted to the players or the GM. There are various effects based on the game system, but in Call of Cthulhu, 1 inspiration coin is 1 reroll. On Dungeons & Dragons, a single coin can be used to add a d6 to any d20 roll, and 2 coins may be added to redeem for a random draw in the Deck of Inspiration. Subscribing on Twitch, whether it's a tiered subscription, a Prime, or a gift sub, helps us fill in the Tavern Upkeep. You get access to Twitch emotes, subscriber-only Discord channel, and a second entry into every on-stream giveaway. The last way to help us with our Tavern Upkeep goal might be the easiest. When you enjoy our content on YouTube, turn off the ad blocker. We put ads in every 30 minutes, so it's not too annoying, but that ad revenue really does add up. With all of that said, the most important thing we can ask of you is to join us live, on replays on YouTube, on podcast, on social media, and the Discord. We are grateful for every member of this community, and we would like to see it continue to grow. Tell your friends and share a link. Thank you.
What?
Over here.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I don't know what exactly is going on with James at the moment, but we soldier on.
I'm trying to keep awake by being weird.
You should have made some of this instant coffee that I made.
But
I think we
also
still
want to
have
sleep.
boosted adrenaline, James.
Yeah, just like
Come on.
straight in. Ongbok. The guy had like 12
Oh,
adrenaline syringes and he just like jams it into his heart and he just like, "Ugh," and he still dies because he's a villain.
Well, and he dies because he just stabbed 12 adrenaline. There is a...
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. There will be no movie talk on any show that I am fucking DMing.
For more Hordline table rules, join us every week, Monday.
Wait for the post-game show where...
I can't ever contribute to these conversations. That's why I hate them.
We're working on it. We'll get you caught up. It's gonna take a while.
Dune was such a great movie.
You know, this
I do
reminds
want to
me...
see that.
This reminds
Bryce
me of
was
a
right for
Truffaut
Dune.
movie. This reminds me of a Truffaut movie.
Anyways, before we jump back into things, it is post-break. So 500 bits from Moose2271 for the wonderful DM. Thank you.
Oh.
And we'll use it to kill them.
Is that Marla Gibbs?
Please don't.
I mean, we're already
You know,
doing it ourselves.
A
so.
227
Yeah, I was gonna
joke.
say-
That's for the kids at home. That is.
We did joke about it being PvP night, and so far we're upholding our end of the bargain.
It's
So if
very
you'd like us
true.
Yeah.
to conspire against each other, keep those bits rolling in.
Yeah, get some conditional bits,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I have a whole bracer of daggers.
See, Thomas, this is why I should do your social media. I'm very good at shilling.
She's got daggers for everybody.
You get a dagger.
I just want to sleep.
You get a deck.
Bladed Oprah, how we have waited
Sleep
for
storm this.
So when we left for break,
There's some ASMR for you.
Oh God, we're not gonna play this again.
I'm the one who hasn't slept in a week and just came off of a Comic-Con weekend. Like,
But you caffeinated appropriately, unlike the
yes,
rest of us.
thank you for bringing tea for me.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, get your redacted reports tea. That's what we're drinking out
Yes.
of our Quests and Chaos merch mugs.
I'm
very good at
Wow, this is like...
very good at plugs, y'all.
Man,
Yes, I'm currently drinking the Rowan tea because
I'm using a Great Dane Society coaster.
And now we're going to try to sleep in the Shadowfell, and nothing bad will happen because it's never happened before.
totally.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no,
There's not a map on the board.
No, not at all.
not yet.
There's just a mist. Ooh, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is an excellent place to segue. So when we last left our players before going into break, I hate you.
It's
Go on.
Segue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you wearing one of the cool helmets?
yeah. Did you go on a Segway tour of
Is
Dublin?
the DM allowed to redact an inspiration point?
Well, I would like to report that it has
Oh, I see what you
disappeared.
did there. We better call our cell to check it out.
Gosh.
One member
All
would-
their names start with R. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mr. Shadows.
Quinn doesn't start with R.
That's true.
Most of their names.
Though she doesn't go by Quinn anymore, so
Yeah. Now she goes by Robbie.
And not,
It's
not-
very confusing now.
is super confusing. So yes, Zabachthani has been returned to them in the Shadowfell, and they have been traveling and hearing mists and shadows and memories calling out names. It is very confusing for everyone involved. Dewey went running off into the mist, and everyone chasing after him. There were sleep storms. Rusty's gonna come hang out with me until he gets summoned again because he's safer over here.
Yeah, we don't have
I'll
any
hold him.
incense in the
Yeah, I need to look and see what kind of incense I have.
I think you should have enough room for a couple more summons because you were gifted it. And as they're turning the corner toward where Helitha suggested it might be a reasonable place to spend the night, Wuya comes face to face with a mist version of himself, and
it's like an inch taller. And it's just like
no,
driving him
I
crazy.
knew from the future.
well, and it's peculiar because most of the other mist creatures' memories that you have seen have been insubstantial, or have only held their substance long enough to really get a sense for them before they disappear again. But as you come around the corner, you almost run into yourself.
Booyah! It's about your kids!
You gotta go back to the future. Whoa!
That's not your best impression.
That's pretty good, Christopher Lloyd.
That was Tidwell.
That was too
Like a younger Tidwell.
We have to go back to the future, sir.
Should I just call time of death on this stream?
So in July, we'll be getting out of the Shadowfell.
I came back for this.
There's your episode title.
So you're frozen in shock for a second because it is a mirror image of you down to Iris on the shoulder, and Iris looks at it and then looks at you and just lets out a really loud, you've never heard her this upset, and just that enormous caw that for a second you again remember a couple of things, and then it's gone and the mist disappears in front of you. The mist version of you is gone, but it was definitely there.
Did any of the rest of us see that?
You were in the lead, yes? Do I remember that correctly?
Well, it was before, but yeah, I think she would have.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe now the tank goes first.
A tanky wizard.
I think Odila would have. Yeah, stayed in.
And honestly, with all of your passives, Lester, roll me a perception check if you're interested.
That is a 11.
That's a passive.
Cool. It is exactly your passive. So you didn't see this. Everyone else.
Still haven't heard the raven.
You did hear the raven. That raven call.
That's what that sounds like.
Was loud as shit. But you turn in time to see something dissipating in front of Wu Ya. Everyone else saw this exact copy of this little boy in a robe with a raven on his shoulder, looking back at Wu Ya.
Is everything all right?
I think so.
Are you still alright if we make camp here? Or should we keep moving?
Again, I think so. I'm not quite sure.
Did you say anything to yourself?
No. Wasn't even thinking about myself this time. That'd be conceited.
I beg your pardon. One should
Sabak-
always be thinking about oneself.
Sabachthani's gonna take a couple steps away from the group. Not like in a bro. Just kind of drift away a little bit to give herself some distance, and she's going to message Wu Ya, trying to keep herself out of range so nobody else hears that she's whispering.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going to message, have you, I know Iris has been here before, have you?
From that remembering.
From the snippets of memory, you don't know why, you don't know how, but you are pretty confident at this point that you've been here before.
I think I have.
Again in message, do you want to keep moving or do you want to stay here?
I think I'm okay to stay. Also, Mr. Moreover's sweating, and that's a first.
Sabachthani will sort of smirk a little and then drift back over to the group.
All right, so looking at this little area that is a little bit off of the path, it's not the same kind of campsite as what you saw before with the like permanent fire pit in the center and the comfortable sense of, well, comfort and safety.
The comfortable sense of comfort. Oh, you artist.
I'm tired. I'm really tired. It's been a long weekend.
Picture.
I'll paint you a picture in your blood, my dear.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop interrupting the GM. I'd like to survive the night.
Yes, but you do find this. It's more that it's beaten down, and you can see that there have been people who have stayed here before. The grass isn't just prickly and doesn't try to come through your shoes when you step on it. And while this is not a particularly super safe spot, it is safer than anywhere else you've seen so far.
Yeah, it's a 2-star. But thank you.
I'd even say 2. I'd even say 1.5. But the next spot is, well, almost 2 which way.
Yeah.
I think we should make camp here.
Tidwell's already started the oatmeal.
Great.
Thank you, Tidwell.
All right. So you all go ahead and set up camp. Is there anything that you would like to do before turning in for the night?
Goodbye, 6 hit points.
I am going to.
But you had them. They were brief and wonderful.
Oh, I'll have them again.
It's very tempted to just throw a dagger at Lester.
I got 6 free damage.
Wait until he's sleeping. If he's prone, you get advantage.
Not an arranged attack.
She doesn't have to throw it then.
Fair point.
I'm going to cast an alarm spell
Okay.
around us, and then also bring a familiar back as a bat.
Oh.
A small little brownish bat. You know, that the fox coloring.
Yeah. Oh God, what are those called? I know what you mean. I've seen them. They're adorable.
Aren't they called fox
Yeah.
bats?
Are they
There's
called
a-
fox
there's
bats?
a, there's a kind of bat that is.
I mean, fruit bats are a little in brown.
Yeah.
fruit bats too, yeah.
Foxbat is a 80s champion reference.
Also that.
All right. So after you cast the alarms, do you do the alarm spell or the familiar spell first?
The alarm spell.
All right. So once the alarm settles into place, you begin that ritual, and then a bat poofs in front of you, flies for a second, and then
Tries to hover.
kind of shrugs, and then comes and lands on your shoulder.
Hey, buddy.
I like him much better like that.
Yeah, this is Rusty, everyone. It's in bat form. So he can fly.
Excellent.
What
idea.
is Iris's? Did she see competition?
She's not terribly bothered.
Okay.
Mostly because she knows that the bat can't see through the mists.
Ooh.
Tidwell's
But
got it.
bats use sonar, so.
It's true.
Can hear through the mist.
All right. So
Not if I cause deafness on it.
Oh God! It starts.
Bat just flying into every wall.
So yeah, it does have echolocation,
Brutal.
wonderful.
but
All right.
not while it's deafened.
Well, no.
Just make sure you cast it before you take your watch.
I just like,
All right. Speaking of watches, what's the watch order tonight?
I mean, Odila will.
My love, you still need your rest.
Yeah.
I'll take a watch.
I'll be all right. I can take a watch. I don't need that much rest.
All right then.
So
Well-
Dilla takes first.
Yeah.
All right. Who's second?
Second.
I'll take third.
All right.
Then I'll take last.
If you wake up Mr. Morven instead, and she'll.
She'll
That's
never know.
You think that?
He might not either.
All right. As everyone settles down for the night, she says with a question mark on the end. Mm-hmm. All right, Odila, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
It's probably gonna be my passive is 16.
All right.
Which is higher than what I rolled.
Fair enough. All right, so you settle in to keep watch for the night, and man, after that, after the relative comfort of the previous campsite, this place feels like an ice bath. Like it's hard to not be alert. and listen to everything around you. And as everyone else settles into their quiet breathing of whatever dreams they may be having at the moment, you hear the ravens again. The unkindness of ravens. A fair distance away, but they sound closer. And their calls echo in a way that makes you really uncomfortable.
Got it.
But your watch passes without incident.
Okay. Dewey,
Yeah.
it's your watch. Those ravens we heard before, they do seem to be getting closer, so just keep an ear open for them, I suppose.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Adela. All right, Rusty. Send out those wave thingies. Go ahead and go fly around and see what you see.
And Rusty goes flying up off of your shoulder. Make me perception checks for both of you.
Wow. Both 11s. Well, so I'm a 15
And he is using echolocation.
yes, it's just it's blind sight 60 feet. So
What is blind sight?
you see everything.
Yeah, it goes through magical darkness.
That's cool.
It's very handy in places like, I don't know, the Shadowfell or other locations that Drow like to hang out.
Very true. So with that particular ability, Rusty is able to keep a very good watch on everything that's going on around you, and you are able to settle in and listen as well. You were too young when you were here to remember this place. Way too young. You were born here. But there's something about, especially after hearing your mother's voice, that still echoes in your mind. You try to clear your mind because you know the power of memories here. But, I mean, who can control what they think sometimes? So you occasionally hear echoes of voices too far away to do anything about, but you occasionally hear echoes of the other voices of your parents, of Merrick, of the halfling friend. And you're on edge all night. Well, you're on edge throughout your watch. But Rusty keeps an ear on everything. And when he lands on your shoulder at the end of your watch, he tells you that the ravens seem to be closer.
All right. Let's wake Wooya up. Hey, Wooya, it's time for your watch.
Okay.
The ravens are getting closer.
Ouya just kind of goes a little distant and then, okay.
Hey, thanks for trying to stop me from, running off to my doom, probably.
Yeah. No, this place, it's tricky. Preys on your thoughts, so. Think of pizza.
Oh man, I hope Which Way has some pizza.
I don't know, they might have that one sandwich chain that's just really bad.
We'll tell you which in the after show.
The one that went out of business real quick around here.
I don't know, that was around for a few years. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to say thanks. I really appreciate it. I didn't, I don't know. This place is weird.
Yeah. Well, hopefully some good dreams for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You too. In 2 hours.
Into
Not right now. Don't go to sleep now.
Not right.
The ravens are coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ravens are coming. The ravens are coming. Sorry.
The ravens are coming. The Isengard?
If they just get on the stupid eagle.
Taking that bait.
And I will go to sleep.
Yeah.
Unless you have more to say.
Well, no, I will look over at Dewey as he goes to sleep, and I will use another second level spell just to rush it along a little more.
Sleeping?
No, I'm gonna make him sleep faster.
All right.
Oh.
Maybe not 4.
Well, what,
Rusty's going to
12.
sleep.
you need
Oh,
30 because Rusty's going to be asleep after 1 HP.
Jesus Christ.
This one,
Nope. God.
this one hasn't been hostile to me, so
Wow, that was ass. 24. So Rusty goes to sleep and you feel drowsy, I guess.
Yeah, your eyelids feel a little heavier than
It's
you
just
would
like-
really account for as Rusty like tucks his head into your shoulder and starts to snore.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a tiny little bat. What is it doing?
it's finding itself constantly.
I try and do something nice and you just want me to be aggressive.
Well, yeah. What are you thinking about tonight?
Doing
So,
doing everything I can to not think about anything.
Okay. All right.
that's when
Yeah.
we get the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Yes.
Okay.
He wouldn't hurt us.
Okay, I do get that reference.
But yeah, trying to keep the mind as blank as possible.
Okay.
If anything, just if it starts to drift, just taking into the surroundings, be like, that's Dewey. That's a rock. Those are not clouds, but do they have stars here?
No. It's just dark.
Dark.
Void.
And Wuya invents mindfulness.
And he mind slivers himself.
Shut up. But yeah, I will. That is what we will attempt to do. Is just maintain an empty mind.
Okay. Make me a wisdom check, please.
Probably all gonna have to do that soon.
No, this is different.
Wisdom check. 14 plus 3, 17.
Okay. So, I mean, it does take some work to clear your mind. There are a million racing thoughts that are trying to get your attention. So many questions. What does it mean that the ravens are getting closer? What was the meaning of that thing that was in front of you? 101 questions trying to press at your mind, but you're able to breathe and push them out. You are stone. It is fine. All is well. Well, not well. But you are able to clear your mind. And give me a perception check, please. And I assume Iris is as well.
Iris is a 20. I am maintaining my meditation at a 13.
So Iris takes to the sky and starts flying around, keeping an eye on everything, quite literally. And you can feel her concern pressing against your mind. And as she does one of the oval passes and gets within the 100 feet, she tells you that the ravens are definitely getting closer. But she does think that you'll be able to get to which way before they reach you.
Okay. Looks like we're on a clock. Yeah. And then a little at the end of the watch, not fully 2 hours.
Oh no, I see the James smirk.
I will wake up Mr. Moreover.
I'm sleeping on top of him, so I want to know if I wake up when he jolts. Or like with an arm like over him. So.
What'd you get into that perception check?
I rolled a 13, so that's an 18 perception.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, what is it, Wuya?
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Can we just go over there for a bit?
All right. Oh, what time is it?
I don't know.
All right, fair enough. I feel like we've already gone through the mechanics of reproduction, but if you have other questions.
I'm not asking about that, Mr. Moreover.
Oh, well then I'm not sure I can help you.
Well, when you, I don't know, snap me back to reality, you said that you're not going to lose her, Mrs. Moreover. either, or me either, and she was already lost. But it seems like she always comes back, right?
Son, this was sort of a multi-purpose answer, but you never forget the first time. The very first time that happened is a chasm in my heart that will never be filled. I gave everything to spend the rest of eternity with that titan of a woman. And she was wrested from me like that, and there was nothing I could do about it. And I think about that every single day. That feeling stays with me. That feeling is the reason that I have made the choices that I have made. So that I never have to feel that emptiness and that loneliness again. You feel it once, and you will do anything to never feel it again.
So what did you lose to stay with her?
Everything. I was a king. I was a king among men. I had a lineage. All gone. This is long, long, long ago. There's not a member of my family, my former family, still alive. That's one of the reasons I went to Candlekeep, is to remember. It's been so long that my grandchildren, I can't remember them. But I gave all that up for Saba, and I'd make the same choice all day and twice on Sunday.
And we will pull out a small little tube from his robes. Pop it open. Want a drink?
Why do you have this?
Sometimes you need it.
Amen.
Whatever left, he shoots it back.
Wow, there's nothing but alcohol in that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Mr. Moreover.
Well, I'm glad that it feels good to tell somebody. You carry secrets, and they weigh on you. And sharing is a way of sharing that burden. So thank you for taking my burden on.
Reaches and pops another vial. Downs it.
Now, go to sleep. I'll take the watch.
Okay. You're very lucky, Lester.
I always am. I'd rather be lucky than good.
Wish I could be the same. Then he's gonna try and sleep.
Cast sleep on yourself.
It might be a little harder with the only first level spell slots right now.
Yeah. It does take you a little while to fall asleep. You're restless with the weight of the memories you're trying not to think about. They're still there. You're just not acknowledging them right now. But you do eventually fall asleep. It's a restless, troubled sleep, but it is enough to start refreshing yourself. Lester, give me a perception check, please.
I'm not even going to roll for Tidwell. I'm trying to teach Tidwell how to play cards. Well, that's pretty good. That's a 16.
All right.
Go fish, sir.
Okay, yeah. So you settle in for your watch, and what are you thinking about tonight? Especially after that conversation.
Well, yeah, after that I'm actually thinking, so I'm looking hopefully at every wisp of mist. Hoping that it's an image, and it never is. But just hoping that it's an image. And I'm not sure I'd remember if it was. That's the, so I look at, is that? No, I don't know.
Yeah, there are whispers of memories, will-o-wisps of shapes that are there, but gone too fast to make out any faces, to make out any form other than roughly humanoid, maybe. And every time you feel the hope spark for a second, and then it dies, and this weighs on you over the course of the night. But you are able to set your watch and listen and look about you, although your attention is often caught by little flashes. And after having heard the raven cry, you recognize the sound as the ravens are getting closer. But morning, or what passes for it, comes.
We're not even playing that game. This is poker.
And I would like everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
21, sir.
Hit me, sir. Do not tempt me.
Ah, son of a
I
business.
got a 15.
13.
8.
Ooh.
23.
11.
All right. Would anyone like to add inspiration to that?
Oh shit, we got that right.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
We also have, we can
Well,
get advantage.
Oh,
We should
but-
maybe save the cards.
yeah.
A 13, I'm willing
How many?
to.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
do
on. Hold on. Let's game this system here a little. What do we have? 2 games this month? 3?
2.
2 more.
2 more?
Yeah.
So maybe we use the cards.
But
I
maybe
rolled
for
a 4.
fight. We save the cards for our fight.
Okay, yeah.
So
Oh,
an 8, the most I could get is a 14.
okay. You maybe re-roll.
Yeah, that'll,
Let's
yeah.
use the
But
change
you,
of
I
fate.
think you can have inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, nice catch.
Thank you.
20.
Nice.
Hey.
It's a
Inspiration.
good use.
Huh.
Thank you for the
that
cards,
was a bad throw.
patrons.
Right in the hands.
All right, 13 plus 5.
Nice.
18.
I'm going to keep the 11.
All right. All of you pass.
Ah, son of a bitch.
It's okay. We needed to use them anyway.
Didn't tell you what the DC was deliberately.
Well, it's a 10 now.
That time.
For this one.
Hey, it's a dread storm. Hey.
I do think that, like, maybe just shortly before everybody else does, I think Sabachthani sort of wakes up and kind of, it's that slight, like, wake up and that panic of the person that was next to you is not there. Mm-hmm. I think she does have that, like, briefing, like, Lester?
I'm right here, love. I'm right here. You
What
rest.
time is it?
It's time for you. You've still got another hour to sleep.
What? No.
You need your rest, love. You don't sleep when you're away. They don't let you.
Mother's not happy.
And rain is wet.
Well, hopefully she's not going to be fool enough to try to call me up again while we're in here. That was a dangerous move on her part. So,
Well, we'll get out of here and then we'll deal with your mother after that. And we'll just keep moving forward step by step. That's all we can do.
of course, just Angel, be careful. All right.
Of course. I'm just trying to teach this damn butler cards.
Which cards did you start him on?
Well, I'm poker. But
Maybe you want to try something a little less complicated first.
he thinks we're playing crazy eights.
Have you tried just war?
You know I detest conflict.
Right. Well, If you get tired, wake me up. I think I'll
My love.
be all right.
Well, you sleep a little more.
And I think Sabachthani does not actually go back to like the bedroll, but just sort of like curls up and puts her head on Lester's lap and just goes back to sleep.
As you're falling asleep, as if to underline what you had said about that being a particularly dangerous endeavor, you hear the echo of ravens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, just the slightest little wince. Like, yep, this was a bad call.
But you do awake, and the ravens are not here yet. I do emphasize the word yes.
God damn it! I'm three of a kind. Oh.
Hey, what happens if we skip breakfast today and hurry up to which way, and then we can get a big lunch?
You're really gonna disappoint Tidwell.
I've already started cooking, Master Dewey.
Don't ever call him that.
I cannot wait to be back home and have Craigathar's crepes. He is, in addition to being an excellent landscaper, one of the best cooks I have had the pleasure of eating. We should have him teach Tidwell how to make a full English spread. Yeah?
Let's go, Rusty.
Tidwell said, "Is like I studied at the Sorbonne."
The what? Is that the ethereal plane?
Maybe we can eat and walk at the same time.
I went to BKU. Okay.
I don't know if there is a
And
Burger
we
King
take our
University.
oatmeal to go as we set off.
Wow, this is just shameless sponsor grab.
We'll take literally whatever we can get. So if anybody wants
Quest and Chaos brought to you by Raytheon.
I absolutely would take it away.
All right.
Palantir. Right over here.
I'm sorry, I would not be able to accept something that's named after the Seeing Stone in Lord of the Rings.
No, well, but the company's worse than that, actually.
I don't know how.
Anyway.
Eating and walking.
Eating and all-
Eating and walking.
Google it.
Oh, Dylan, do those daggers also work as spoons? That is magically creative.
Throwing oatmeal everywhere.
Don't think so.
What are they? Bracelet of Swiss Army knives?
Well, no, what I'm picturing is more the like, classic like licking the blood off the knife, except that
nice.
it's oatmeal, so it's like practical and also intimidating.
And the dagger disappears every time, and she has to get a new one.
She has her emotional support daggers.
True. She does. All right, so the five of you continue onward along this road toward where you're pretty sure which way is. And as you're traveling, you can those ravens are getting closer. And Iris is really antsy. Like you can feel her like shifting on your shoulder, occasionally claws digging in a little harder than you're used to.
Would it be better if you stepped away for a bit?
I'm supposed to keep you safe. That's my task. And out of here, but well,
Okay.
Hey, are the ravens bad?
They're not good.
Are we sure?
Nothing in the Shadowfell is particularly good.
Yeah, we haven't really found any friendly presences here.
Maybe it was a mistake for me to come back.
That is never true.
How about we speed walk?
That's dangerously close to jogging.
I'm sure you'll
yeah.
survive. You might
One
not if
foot
we
Yes.
get
at a
slow.
time.
Yes.
What? Oh, Olympic rules. All right.
so you five travel throughout the day, and as it starts to get toward late afternoon, early evening, you do see built up on a hill a town, or the
Misty equivalent.
Shadow of one.
the reverse image of one. You know, when like you're looking at a
Photo negative.
Thank you. A photo negative of it. It is there, and you're pretty sure it's real, but it does not look friendly at all. And above the village itself, there sits a chalet. Enshrouded in mist, but you can see the shape of it.
Looks like our destination.
How? Do we know what we're to do here? Does your friend in the book know what we're to do here?
She said there was a portal. Might be a way out.
But I guess the question is, but why were we sent here?
Well, I mean, we asked if we can get out, and she said we could go through here.
We were sent here because the book sent us here.
Does the book need help?
Do you need help? Or are you just trying to get us out?
Okay, well, yes, and
Oh no.
Oh, it's an improv game.
Are you also versed in the theatrical arts, Dewey?
Yeah, I had my own little puppet show out in my hole. That sounds
Oh.
bad. That came out wrong.
It does. Never mind. Don't finish that thought.
Nope.
Sorry.
Stop digging. Stop digging.
Okay,
That's why you don't.
No,
call
there were
him
no, there
Mr.
were
Dewey.
sock
book,
puppets. No, God.
ghost.
Oh.
You could continue.
So, I hitchhiked with him in order to try to be reunited with where my body is, so I can be laid to rest. I didn't bring you here. That was not
That's
my.
the other thing. Right.
And he's awfully quiet, and I don't like that.
Well, we're gonna find out one way or the other, so.
Okay.
Do you know where your body is?
It's in the chalet on the other side, in the material plane. It's in there somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, I'm sorry.
No, that's enough.
Is the portal in the chalet?
There's a graveyard right outside of it. That's where it is.
Graveyard.
My favorite.
More skeletons, I would
Well,
assume.
let's make our way up then.
All right. So you press onward, and you can sense night approaching as you approach which way. And this is the closest that you've seen to anything like civilization since you've been here. And it's weird because it looks like there should be people here. Everything about it looks like people just stepped away for a moment, except in the photonegative sense. And you can feel like presence of memories or thoughts, or maybe the veils are thin enough here that you can sense the people who belong to the village on the other side. It's hard to say. Everything is confused, and as the night gets deeper and the mists are rolling in, the ravens cry, and it's spooky as shit.
I mean, do we try the graveyard now, or do we? I mean, there's not really a point in sleeping here. The ravens will just catch up with us. I say we.
The faster we can find the portal, the better.
I agree.
Especially because once we're on the other side, we need to make sure nothing else can come through after us.
Yes.
Okay.
To the chalet.
Wonder if we can set this town on fire.
That does not seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's just go. Let's just get out of here.
All right. As you are approaching the road that leads up to the chalet, I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Repeat 13.
Okay. You feel your hand drawn to the book, almost unconsciously, resting on the bird-pecked spine. And as your fingertips touch the little dents and divots where something was clearly pecking at it, you can feel a presence pushing against your mind. It's not the little girl, but it's also not unfamiliar. You can't place it, but there's something very familiar about that presence that's pushing at your mind.
Is it telepathic?
Yep.
Hi.
Interesting. And then the presence pulls away again.
Shakes his head and continues to walk.
All right. All right. So, as you all continue up the road,
Mage armor.
Just sleep him now.
can't imagine why you'd be so distrustful. I mean, my goodness.
This isn't concentration, is it?
No.
Nope.
Mage armor would be useless if it was concentration. All right, so the chalet. Those of you who are more familiar with the more noble bent of life, so you look up at this, and it looks like a well-appointed chalet of the sort of place that landed nobility or particularly rich merchant folk would use as a getaway destination. As far as you can tell with the photo negative of it, it looks like a very welcoming, interesting place. A hunting lodge, perhaps. The sort of place that welcomes big parties and loud yapping dogs and men shouting and horns blowing and all of those images of wild and freedom, but inverted. And it is uncanny hearing for a second the baying of hounds that for a moment drown out even the ravens.
I think when Sabachthani gets up to it and sees the type of place it is, she sort of stops and freezes for a second, kind of has to shake herself out of it before going forward again.
Is there any sign of the graveyard?
Not as you are approaching the chalet itself, but Helitha kind of like pokes at Wuya's mind a little bit. It's off over this way, and she kind of like indicates which way it is. Don't go in. This place, it has a lot of memories, good and bad.
Yeah. I can kind of feel that.
I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic as instantly.
Okay. As you cast Detect Magic, you look around the place. Everything in the Shadowfell is twisty and wrong. So you see little bits of remnant protective magic, and it looks like Briar Rose's thorns wrapped around a tower, but faint. Cast a long time ago, maybe. Little bits of it are still hanging on, but not enough to present any formidable challenge to anyone who wants to try. You look around, and with your magical vision up, you can see for a second. Sorry, Wuya, how are you carrying the book?
It would technically be in hand, yeah.
Okay. So tucked under Wuya's arm, you see the faintest image of like a sigil. It looks like something that was written in the book itself, a Vistani symbol, perhaps. And it's glowing in your magical vision. It's glowing a light blue, and under it, there's kind of a pulsing black.
No portal though.
You don't see the portal from here,
Okay.
but you also have it up for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep moving, trying to get into the graveyard to find a portal.
All right. So you come alongside the side of the house as you keep walking, and Helitha suddenly in your mind, Wuya says, "You shouldn't be holding on to this. Pass this to someone else."
And Wuya just kind of looks at the book and holds on for a bit more and goes around her and asks, "Why were you waiting for me?"
Queen-touched realms, walker. You're an interesting sort, Wuya. I wanted to see what happened when you came back here, and you've done as I wanted. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
See if it's better than night. Oh yeah, it's double that. So 21.
All right. And you could feel like this assault on your mind as something is trying to get in.
Someone please take the book.
Dylan has her take her out.
Sabachthani grabs it because as soon as she hears the strain, she kind of thinks back to why she originally didn't give Wuya the book and kind of has an oh shit moment and just grabs it out of your hand. Are you alright?
Think so. Everything seemed to be there.
You seem to be all there. Sabachthani, you are holding this book. You feel a presence, and it's not the little girl anymore. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh, that's not great.
We've got plenty of inspiration.
I got a 7. Do you want me to inspire?
Let's inspire that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a D6 under.
Fine.
Ooh.
Max 13.
All right. You are able to withstand, but just then in your hands, the book feels like it has grown thorns that are lashing onto you. They're not there physically, but you can feel them latching onto your flesh.
Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
Yeah, we never investigated this back.
Or is it time? It's time to start stabbing books.
No. That's, no. I respect your choices, Miss Naldi, but I don't think that's going to help.
Oh, and then they just disappeared.
I recognize that this is probably a bad idea, but I am going to do it anyway. Sabachthani is going to turn to whatever the nearest large, like if she's next to a wall or if there's a gate, something, whatever, book in both hands. And what I would essentially like to do is basically do an unarmed strike and slam the book into something. Mm-hmm. And as I do, I'm going to push into it with my psychic blades and push back on the presence with my own psychic magic.
All right. Do you make an attack roll for that?
Yes.
For both the unarmed attack and the psychic?
If I hit with the unarmed, I mean, that makes the most sense for how I'd be doing this instead of just holding it.
You missed the wall.
She is a little bit disconcerted.
I am not having a good couple of days, obviously. But if I hit, I can expend a bardic inspiration to add the psychic damage.
All right. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Someone else attacking books.
Ooh, golly. I mean,
Feels like gimmick.
it's only a 10, but it is also an inanimate object that I am holding.
This is true. Do you want to add inspiration to it?
Yes, we
I'm
have.
always-
You
yeah.
want me to? Okay.
Yes.
It's on the book, that counts.
Ooh,
Well,
11.
All right.
some books just don't want to get stabbed.
Fortunately, because it is an inanimate object being struck by another inanimate object, 11 is enough to hit. Roll damage.
So with an unarmed strike, I only automatically do 1.
Yes.
But I'm going to push back.
It's 1 plus your strength, eh?
It's 1. I'm not. I'm a lady. I am tall but not strong. I did acrobatics, not athletics.
Bottom
And I'm
But-
very grateful.
I'm sure.
But I do push back with 5 points of psychic damage. And it's with the tenor of a warning. It's the thing of like, I don't want to fight you, but you're not the only thing here that can do this.
What color is your magic when it lashes back?
What color is Sabachthani's magic now? Sabachthani's magic is like blue fire. You would expect it to be, she's a tiefling, but she's definitely pushed away from all of those reds that you expect from denizens of the hells. So it's like blue gaslight flame that sort of just surges through her.
And it flares through it as you strike this book against the corner of the building. The sound just resounds through the entire area around you, unnaturally loud. It almost sounds, for a second, it sounds like a bell toll. And then your fire lashes out through your hands, and you can look down and see now the thorns that were trying to grow around your hands, and it burns those away. As you hear in your mind a cry of pain, and then oh, very good then.
Leave the boy alone.
He's tempered where he's not meant to be.
Well, then it's a good thing we're getting out of here. We need to go now.
Should we not put the book in the bag?
Who has this bag? I've been told of this bag. Where?
Dewey's like, I have a bag.
Yeah.
I got a jar of dirt.
I got a rock.
Is it the weird beaded bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, is what is a bag of holding, or did we not even
We
did
didn't
not
look. We didn't
identify.
look
You
at
didn't identify.
put it in a bag?
Yeah, Sebastian will grab the bag and she will push the book in and see what happens.
All right, you push the book inside, and when you look in, it seems to be empty.
Great. Cinch the drawstring or whatever the closure is.
It's just your average like haversack type of thing.
Snap it, throw it on. We need to get out of here. Between that book and these ravens, we are about to have a very big problem.
Okay.
All right, so you continue around the side of the building, and there you see a graveyard. And Dewey, in your magical sight, the portal is incredibly visible. It is a sickly green in a oval that balances on the ground and raises up about 6 feet. It pulses with pain and fear and rage, but it is a portal.
It's a very angry-looking portal. Do we want to go through it?
Yes. We want to get out of here.
Do we trust the book?
Odila
We absolutely
throws a dagger through the portal.
So there's a farmer on the other side.
When we come through, there's some poor citizen just lying there. That was not on me.
He was like that before.
There's no knife, just this wound.
Knife storm. It's a thing. Look it up.
Oh, what am I gonna do with you?
Yeah.
Probably murder us in about 3 minutes when we all go through this portal.
I've got 14 minutes left.
Oh,
Let's do
it
this.
I think you
Okay.
can make it faster.
I
She just wants to see if the portal reacts to an object going through it.
Sure. So you can't see the portal the same way that Dewey can, but when he points at it, you can see a place where the world doesn't seem to be right. Kind of a shimmer, a ripple, a rift in between the planes. And you are able to see that. You have keen eyes and a good throwing hand. You're able to throw it straight through the portal. It doesn't seem to react. In your vision, it ripples a little bit and then goes back to normal.
Well,
Normal.
it's.
Do you want to send Rusty through me?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's all go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lead on.
Well, yeah. Do I bring the book with or do I leave it here?
Bring it.
We're supposed to
All right.
help the young lady on the other side.
Dewey's gonna run through the portal.
All right.
I'll go after you.
This is where it is.
Yeah, you're the one person who can say it. I think he said no. Okay, here.
And while your magical sight is usually just that sight, you swear you can hear it as you pass through it. And it feels really sticky.
Gross.
But you do pass through, and you're first, you're second. Who's next?
Well, if they're just like hesitating,
Staring at each
Odila,
other
then
with this
Odila's gonna
dagger.
run through. You better come through, you two.
And, bloop.
Together?
Uya's gonna look back. How far are the ravens?
At this point, you can start to see them. They're close enough to be a darkness against the mists.
And are they coming towards us?
Sorry, girl, you're gonna lose your feathers.
Worth it.
Right in behind him.
And as you pass through this portal, you step into another graveyard. But as you step through, a wind hits your face. It's cold and wet.
It's back!
Okay.
Do we?
It's beautiful.
Is this portal still open behind us?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna pull out the ring that's on my other hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna cast Sending.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask my mother to close the portal.
Mommy dearest.
Open the portal wider for a larger army?
You know you got through. Actually,
Do you want me to, do you want to roll? Do you want me to roll for it?
I got this.
Okay.
The message says red.
Ooh, to be left on red by your mother.
But like those 3 dots.
Knowing the fight that we had just before I left, this is one of those, Sabachthani looks like this is the worst decision she's ever made in her life. But that's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a long silence. You know that the message was received. You can feel it on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You can, you know your mother's presence.
Oh, yeah.
I
can feel the open channel.
You can feel her thinking. You can almost see her smile.
Yeah, exactly.
Autocorrect.
Just unconsciously
Postal.
rubbing the last vestiges of where those scars were on her cheek.
Mm-hmm. You will owe me dearly, dearest.
I know.
And as you hear that voice in your mind, that overwhelming presence that is your mother, all of you feel a flex in the air as the smell of sulfur becomes overwhelming.
What did you do?
We'll deal with it later.
Everyone make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Except Sabachthani.
Do I get advantage?
Wow,
Yes.
Mom, really?
Ooh, nat 20
Oh, there we go.
plus.
19.
Son
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
22 total.
So yes, the 2 wizards, surprising no one,
You've got an amulet!
I got a 19 con.
go a little green around the gills and turn away and start throwing up because this is
Not on the suit! Not on... No!
Don't cross the streams, will ya?
God.
as you are staggering away from this, it's not just a smell because that's bad enough, but there's this presence of sickness, of wrong, of the sounds of souls in torment. But as you watch with your magical vision, you see that portal gets wrung like a sponge and pulled, and then it disappears.
He's
And
just
then-
gonna lay down.
And then the air clears around you, and it is a beautiful night under the starry sky with the cold wind in your face because you are up. There is some serious elevation going on here.
Have you ever seen anything so beautiful?
Plenty of times.
Well, should we check out this chalet?
Is the little girl's in the chalet?
That's what she said.
Did we leave the book?
No, I've got the book. It's in the bag.
Well, maybe let's leave it there
Yeah.
and check out this chalet. But I mean, do even your grays look good?
It's green.
Lester, could we call Tidwell for a refreshment?
Oh, yes! That is a wonderful idea.
Oh, we left him behind.
Tidwell, mint juleps all around.
he disappears and reappears a few moments later, carrying 5 mint juleps.
Oh.
And, yeah, Odila will happily take it. And just to taste anything besides gruel.
Sabachthani does not take hers.
Manna from the gods. Tidwell, you have outdone yourself.
As you are all collecting yourselves in this graveyard on the material plane, you look around and you look up at the chalet, and for just a moment you see a light move in a window.
Well, I think our presence is known.
Better here than there.
And as you say that, a raven cries. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
All right.
So, thank you all so much for joining us for this adventure tonight. They made it out of the Shadowfell. I was not expecting that to actually happen. I'm okay with
We
this.
did it, guys!
Hey.
We're totally fine now!
We did it!
Hey, I got a mint julep and my suit is back.
So,
a little tear on your cup.
Don't take this from me, son.
I got it. It takes me 10 minutes.
I think it's a minute from ending, but
Wait a
yes.
minute.
Ezra, what are our quotes tonight?
I'm squishy in all sorts of places. He ran away, but smart away. I've lost too many times to win anymore. I think the episode title, Cardio or Khaki. I came back for this. Think of pizza. And don't go to sleep. The ravens are coming.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's also a good episode title.
It's not bad, to be perfectly honest. All right, well, thank you all so much for watching and joining us after our couple-week hiatus. We really appreciate you coming back. Be sure to give us a follow on Twitch, give us a subscription on YouTube. Leave a comment in the YouTube. What do you think's going on? What kinds of secrets do you think all these people are hiding? Including Ezra, who's treading dangerously close to backstory here.
I'm making it up as I go along, though, so.
Counts. It counts. And also, if you are listening to this on the podcast, give us a review on your podcast provider of choice. It helps other people find us, whether you want them to or not.
Flag that backstory thing for the post-game, because I've got something on it.
Okay. So for the rest of this week, we have a regular week of content. The Redacted Reports comes out with a new episode on Wednesday. Early reports are interesting. Rhyme of the Frost. There are people who've gotten a chance to listen to it, and I've gotten yelled at enough from a lot of corners. It's great. I love it. Rhyme of the Frost Maiden will be back at 11 PST.
Yeah.
It's what it says on the thing, but I don't trust that.
Whenever James feels like it.
We've been pretty
We've been very
consistent.
consistent with our snowplow to the finish line. We're currently running, except when we take massive RP detours to make fun of some speakers and resolve emotional storylines.
As you do. That is
D&D.
Yep.
Hey!
And then later that evening, Down Darker Trails continues on Saturday. I'll be back with it this time. I don't know what they did in my absence, and I'm terrified to find out.
Oh, are you?
Hijinks.
I honestly think that I'm not going to watch last week's episode specifically so I can ask what happened in character and just be like, right, y'all made it into the newspaper.
Nice.
One of the quotes was, "The marshal's not here. Let's crime."
Let's cry.
That's the episode title.
That had better be the episode title, 'cause that's kind of awesome. But yes, again, thank you so much. And then we will be back again next Monday to continue and see what's up with these ravens. This ought to be interesting.
That's so Raven.
You are too old for that show.
Ezra's not. He loves that show.
Yeah,
No one's too old for that show.
Exactly.
I actually never
That was my childhood on the Disney Channel.
never had the Disney Channel.
Me neither, but... So thank you again so much for joining us. Tune in next week, and we will see you all then.
After show.